So I probably shouldn't have jammed half an Easter egg into my face before I started. That was a poor decision on my part. I've still got half here, so I mean, I could finish it. I've got the string beats, synthwave on in the background, so try and keep that quite a chill level. Looks okay. And we're playing Phoenix Wright. It's been a busy week at work, so I've not been on. And I wanted to give this one a fair shake. This is the DS remake of the Game Boy Advance version, and it looks... I've played a tiny bit of it before, not a lot. I'm curious to see it. I'm just clicking around at some other stuff just now, give me a sec. Okay, yeah, there's nothing I need to see, nothing I need to know. Fine, it's all fine. Okay, suppose we just jump straight in, see what the first case is. So I'm playing on DS, like I said, a DS emulator. Sounds quite loud in my ears. Oh, it's definitely quite loud in my ears. My headphones are turned all the way up, that's why. I'm probably having too many volume adjustments and too many different things. There's been a murder. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I'm going to continue to eat Easter egg, by the way. Okay, so this guy in the purple suit murdered the girl. And just trying to pin it on somebody. Hey lads, Joe. Thank you for the host. I just saluted you, didn't see it. Oh, healing fatality as well. Great people. August 3rd, 9:47 AM. 3rd of what year? I mean, just saying August 3rd might not cut it. Just letting fatalities playing Rust now. I don't get Rust. It just seems masochistic. Okay, so District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. I remember right. Our friend, look, it's the top screen over here. Ah, you can't see my cursor, can you? Damn. Okay, the top screen's not clickable on the DS, the bottom one is. So the bottom one's what I've got down in the bottom left corner here, and the other bit's the top screen. Oh, hiya, Chief. No wonder he's nervous. I mean, damn. Thirsty. I made it. I'm glad I made it in time. I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Yeah, my client broke. Thanks. Actually, it's because I won a favour. A favour? Ding! You mean you knew the defendant before the case? I owe my job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. I'm still eating Easter egg here, by the way. I'm sorry. It's over. Oh, he's a bit of a drama queen. To be fair, he's up on murder charges, so yeah, not necessarily much of a drama queen. And I think I better go deal with this. I can't remember how you play this. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah, you better excuse me. I've got chocolate all over my desk. Nick! Is his name Butts? And who's Nick? Am I Nick? Okay, so Phoenix's name's actually Nick. He's Larry Butts. Okay, so what did he think he does kill her? Okay, so he's the boyfriend. I thought my name was Phoenix, not Nick. Okay, so we know the newspapers say it was him, but we know it's not because we saw the other guy. I'm presuming not all the cases are that cut and dry. Although the fact that we know that will be inadmissible. My name is Phoenix Wright. That's Nick. Okay, here we go. Lollipops. Okay. And that's just what I'm going to do. How? I have no idea. Yes, Your Honour. Thank you, Your Honour. My attorney's badge. From the autopsy report. Time of death. 31st of the 7th, 4 to 5. That could be important. Chief Attorney, she's 27. She's doing well. Who's Cindy, the victim? Okay. Right, we've looked at everything we can look at here, I think. Let's progress. The prosecution is ready, Your Honour. The defence is ready, Your Honour. Doesn't sound very ready. It does not sound very ready. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? It is. Yes, Your Honour. I'm a little nervous. Hi, no worries. Murder's a serious charge. Oh, for your client's sake, you can control your nerves. I've got this, Your Honour. Mr. Judge. Oh, okay. Yes, Your Honour. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. A few simple questions. Oh crap, okay. The name of the defendant. The defendant is Larry Butts. Correct. Keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what the victim's name was. Cindy something, innit? Uh-oh. Nope. Just let me click something, would you? You don't even know the victim's name. It was Cindy. She's got quite a figure. Temporarily. It's going to let me click something. I think I feel a migraine coming in. I know it's in the court record I've looked. Okay, so this is tutorials. Let's hear your answer. Who's the victim? Cindy. Cindy Stone. Bloop bloop. Bloop 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 bloop. I didn't mean to. Did I just change size? Tell me, what was the cause of death? Oh, blood trauma. She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. Thank you, Your Honour. You seem much more relaxed. Good for you. Cheers, big man. If I don't feel it. Well then. First a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. The victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? Murder weapon's a statue of the thinker. Okay, so we saw that. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. Court accepts into evidence. That seems fair. Let's have a look at the statue. It's rather heavy. Okay, that's just not much else to see there, I guess. The evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. But we know it was a guy in the purple suit. I have checked that her lips are moving. Ah. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call his first witness. Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. Okay. You get your chance to respond. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Man, this is Larry we're talking about. It's all unfortunate. What do you think of the layout? I mean, obviously this wouldn't work every time, but for the DS I think this is laid out okay, as best you could, you know? Obviously it's a kind of vertical console. Is it not true the victim had recently dumped you? Okay, anger issues aren't going to help. And... oh god, Larry. Larry man, I'm not going to get you off unless you shut up. She completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She just returned overseas from one of them. Your Honour, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Let's have a look at the passport. No, wait. No, bugger off. She returned the day before the murder. Returned home from Paris on the 30th. Yeah, okay, that's kind of tying up with what I've got. Dude, no way. She had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Older men who gave her money and gifts. She took the money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. Is that music? That's the music in the game. You can't even hear the string beats music. Oh, just pause that then. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Pay attention. I don't think you want to answer that question. Can I object? Do you only get like 3 objections a trial or something? Stop them from answering. Circumstantial. And that question's irrelevant to this case. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating cheetah. Larry, shut up. Dude. Okay, the music stopped. I'll put stream beats back on a bit. Don't want to interfere with the game noise. Although the game noise is pretty much blip, 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 blip. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder. Oh, I forgot to change my encoding back to video card, I think. Crap. Oh well. It'll be what it is. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp. God, Larry. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Anyway. Stop them from answering makes them seem guilty, but what was that? Yeah, I was there, I went. Oh, he's got to tell the truth. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, so like I didn't see her. Your Honour, the defendant is lying. The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Ah, crap. The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene. Well, if he only saw him leaving, I mean that's not proof. Let me check his court record, is there anything? Oh, what's his profile? He's generally bad at getting his points right. He seems to be beating me, so I don't know if I'd say that. Order in the court. The prosecution may call as witness. Okay, on the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Frank saw it. Please bring Mr. Frank Sillett. Wait, is he the guilty guy? He did it, didn't he? You may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Hang on, I need to bump this chair up. A witness's account. That's a wee bit better. Get the mic up as well. I think I need to tighten this mic arm up, it's a bit sugary. Witness account. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions, when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry, because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving. Dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. Right, he said he wasn't inside. Okay, so that's got to be a thing. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. How would he know if he couldn't go inside? I went to a nearby park, found a public phone, and I remember the time exactly. It was 1 PM. No, our time of death is between 4 and 5. Okay, yeah. How do I object to this guy? Ah, Larry, you're a dick. Why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? At the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honour. Some cordless phones, yeah, that's true. The phone that Mr. Sawyer used was one of those. I have recorded the blackout for your perusal. It's going to come down to time again, innit? Noon to 6. He said he was there at 1, so that would cover the blackout. 4 to 5. Okay, that would be during the blackout. Okay, is that... that's physical evidence, is that not a record of what people have been saying? No, okay, so it's crap, it's on me. Yes, Your Honour. You may begin your cross-examination. Alright, right. Alright. This is it, the real deal. You're supposed to ask questions. You expose the lies in the testimony the witness gave. He was lying? Your client's innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied. Or is your client really guilty? Maybe if the client is guilty, you still got to try and get him on. It's a lawyer's job. How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction. Contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub the witness's face. Okay, so... okay. Touch court record button and point out contradictions in the testimony. What's the bits I can click or... so it's going to come down to time of death, isn't it? Okay. I'm missing something. Cross-examination. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. Okay. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. I saw her lying there, a woman not moving. Dead. Press Y? What's press Y? You're not a doctor? Are you sure she was dead? Well, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. Okay, that's a... that could be. So do I only get... oh no, I've got photos. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes, I mean no it wasn't, right? But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Well, that, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly, it was 1 PM. Present the autopsy report. You found the body at 1 PM? You're sure? Yes, it was 1 PM for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 PM. There was no body to find at 1 PM. How do you explain this dare gap? We've got him on the ropes. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. The judge is on our side. Mr. Sot, why are you so certain that you found the body at 1 PM? Oh, he's not got an answer. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies beget more lies. Yeah, your story's shit, mate. I remember now. Okay, he's going to give his testimony again. Time for discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It's probably coming from the television. Can I object? But it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? Okay. There was a blackout. Can I cross-examine here? That's right, let me cross-examine the witness. Yes, the witness is full of shit. Hey, thank you for tweeting the stream. Games don't suck. Games indeed do not suck. I had no idea that Rainmaker would pick up on that. That's freaking awesome. I wonder how it does that. How does Rainmaker know? Is it searching Twitter maybe for my Twitch handle? I wonder how it does that. I need to look into that. Okay, yeah. You know what to do. Yes, we do have this one. The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Hold it. Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Maybe in a radio. Incidental, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Yes, something does seem fishy. The television was off. So I need to present. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. So present that there was a blackout. Objection. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Yes! We've got him on the ropes. You couldn't have heard the television or a video. Oh, no, let's pause. Yeah. Oh, he did it, didn't he? He did it. The defence has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sot? Oh yes, he's going down. He's going down. Going down for real. Oh crap, okay, change his story again. The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. He was a sugar daddy, wasn't he? Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Okay, so what we got this time? Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? But he said he never went into the apartment. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? Defense may cross-examine witness. Gladly. Right, okay. I wonder if this thing means you can shout objection at it. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. He said you never went into the apartment. Nope, crap, I missed the click. First I've heard of it. No, because it wasn't a clock. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. How is this supposed to be a clock? Just who do you think you are? I'm Phoenix motherfucking Wright. That's a clock. It's not a clock. It's Mr. Payne. The statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. So he could have heard the time. So the murder weapon was a clock after all. Yes I do. That's a good point. You could have seen, you wouldn't have known it was a clock unless you'd held it. Clearly, I contradict. I was going to click note there as well. I just clicked yes to be contrite. The witness knew it was a clock because he. Hey, laddins, how you doing, my man? Oh, and Joe as well. How is my favourite internet couple? Because he went into the apartment. Did he go into the apartment or did he know the victim? I don't have any proof that he knew the victim. We're going to say went into the apartment. How are you guys doing? As well? Are you good? How's Germany? Are you living exciting lives? You guys still on lockdown? What's the deal there? You were inside the apartment. Did they have the murder? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you're the one that killed her. You're doing fine. Glad to catch again. Oh, you guys. I miss you guys. I was actually, do you know what's weird? I was thinking about you guys earlier. I was on. That sounds weird. I'm sorry about that. No, I was on the Discord. And I was thinking I hadn't seen you guys on it much. I've not been on it much. I've not been on in much. And I was looking to see if you guys were on there. And it was quiet. And I was thinking, God, I need to get in touch with them. I was like, I wonder if I could set up like a WhatsApp group chat with them or something, see how they're doing. Still in lockdown. And it's the same old by now. Aye, same here. I think ours is meant to change slightly come Monday. That some shops and stuff will be open. Like barbers will be open, which is great because my hair is significantly longer than it looks on the avatar now. And I really need a haircut. Like I've resorted to wearing my daughter's headbands because my hair is just, it's a friggin' riot. Like I look like a 70s TV host. It's not good. It's really not good. I'll send you a picture. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Nah, it doesn't look longer on the air. You should see it. I mean, it should, like, if I pull this bit down, so that the bit that goes over my eye there, if I pull that straight down, I can get it to touch just about the tip of my nose. Like, oh god, it's so bad, and it's so thick and fluffy. Like when I lie down at night, the hair comes round the side of my head and like touches my ears, which is just freaking me out. It's grossing me out. Like, oh, I'm not loving it. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. So, yeah, lockdown life. I take it you haven't been up to much then. I keep trying to catch you guys on Instagram actually. Joe's got a good Instagram. I don't think I've got you on Instagram. I should have found your Instagram at one point, but it was quite sparse. You hadn't put a lot of stuff on there. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. It is kind of circumstantial evidence. It's not good evidence. Conjecture, that's the word I'm looking for. I thought I still had stream beats going. This has got weird music of its own. Baseless. Just look at the witness's face. Would witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? The fact he's not immediately saying no. I mean, like, if you're accused of murder, the one thing you say is no. Like, no. Mostly just working, studying, and playing video games. Pretty much everything you can do right now. Doesn't sound terrible. I'm going to try to save up for a gaming PC, but train tickets for worky. Oh god, aye, having a commute can be expensive. That's a shame. What about the PC that she had in Bosnia then? Can you get that shipped to her or something? Because she must have had a decent PC. She, like, whenever she played Siege, it looked good. I wonder if it's the same. This is going to sound stupid. I wonder if it's the same electricity. Like, I know Europe have all got different plugs, but I don't know if they're all 240 volts or 220 volts or what. It's generally pretty off of social media. For the most part I am as well, like, other than this side of things. Where I put my Twitter and it auto posts stuff to Instagram, but like my own social media is quiet. Really quiet. I stopped. I've got Facebook, but I don't post anything on it. I browse stuff, you know. I got installed TikTok, I've got Facebook, got Instagram. Don't really post on any of them, to be honest. I'm a bit of a hermit. Our old PC's pretty slow and there's not a chance that it can be shipped. Just got a GPU and your mum's will work, but the CPU is slow. Urgh. I've got the opposite problem. I've got a good CPU, but you cannot get a GPU just now. It's impossible. All these chip shortages. I've been looking since January to try and get a 1650 Super. Cannot get a hold of one, and the prices are going through the roof for them. It's ridiculous. This guy definitely did it. I should be a lawyer. Well, that was unexpected. I think he did it. I think he did it. Yeah, I cannot get a GPU. To be honest, like, it's silly. I would put a better GPU in, and then I think Warzone's the only thing I'm running that would need it. Everything else I play on the Xbox anyway. So it would be a stupid waste of money, but I want one now. I really want one. Like, I mean, I done everything completely wrong. I bought a new GPU on eBay, and my machine at the time couldn't run it. I thought maybe it was a PSU, so I bought a new PSU, but then it turned out that the machine that I had was a Dell with a weird PSU, so I couldn't run that. So I ended up then buying a case, and I had the PSU, and then bought a new motherboard, and new memory, and a new CPU, a new cooler. Kept the hard drives because they're all SSDs, and an M2 NVMe. And I've got all of that built, but I still got the same graphics card that I started out with. Which was annoying. Because the one that I bought, then when I put it on, and the new stuff didn't work. Fucking... I hate computers, man. I can definitely see the appeal in an Xbox. Plus, Game Pass now on the Xbox is unbelievably good. I mean, Outriders came to it today and it's free. COULDN, he should burn, give him the death. This guy's guilty. Although he's not really said he's guilty yet. Your Honour, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? Okay. He's saying yes. I have no idea what his evidence is, so Game Pass on the PC is amazing as well. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you cannot knock it. It's value for money. I mean, Bethesda coming over. Never sure if I can pronounce that name right, but them coming over with all the Fallout stuff and Doom and everything else. I went on Steam the other day and I had to look at my wish list and there was a bunch of stuff on sale or cheap and stuff. I was like, oh, I could buy that, I could buy that. Why am I buying games? Like, Game Pass has got everything I want. I bought Micro Machines this morning because CD Keys had it for like 25 pence. But other than that, why am I buying games? I've got a huge backlog of games to play through. The sound was definitely the clock. Okay, so we can assume that. Oh, EA Play as well, yeah, I installed the Command and Conquer Remastered because I'm going to play Remastered Red Alert to see what that's like. I loved Red Alert. Red Alert I played to death. But all the Battlefield games, I've been watching a guy called Rosar play Battlefield 4 and it really makes me want to play that again. I'm doing the single player in Battlefield 5. I did Battlefield Hardline, which was brilliant. Battlefield Hardline was really good to try that one, the single player. And the multiplayer on that was great as well because it was very cops and robbers as opposed to just two armies fighting, you know, like it was a bit different. What else have I got installed? I've got so many games installed. All the Dead Space games are on the EA Play. The Dead Space games are brilliant if you've not played them. Back 4 Blood, oh yes, I bought a magazine for the first time in I don't know how long. Like I could not tell you the last time I actually bought a magazine because it was Edge, which I don't know if you get. I don't know if you get where you are, but it's one of the last gaming magazines, last video game magazines, and it had a big Back 4 Blood cover, and I was just like, I want to buy this so I can read about it. Even though I could go on the web and get all the spoilers for it, but it's just like I want a nice article about this so I can read about it. Because yeah, I am definitely excited about that one coming out. In fact, which is clear, if you simply try sounding the clock. Why would I examine the clock batteries? Ask the neighbours. Maybe the neighbours heard it. She lived in an apartment by herself. Maybe if we try sounding the clock. Yeah, it might have been broken and stuck in a particular time. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. I don't know if I've broken the case with this though. You're waiting for a new Left 4 Dead game? Yeah. World War Z is good. If you've not played World War Z, that's on Game Pass, and that's a pretty worthy successor. It rips off Left 4 Dead. It really does. But I played a ton of that with my friends. Like typically on a Wednesday night, we'll Xbox together, and I played a lot of that to the point where it was free on Game Pass, and I still bought a couple of DLC levels because it was so good. I wanted to spend some money on it. So yeah, check out World War Z if you've not been playing that. Oh, that's going to fulfill your wish. Odin's also planning to get it. Just get a pair of Xboxes. Just get an Xbox each. 3 Xbox S. Get one of them each. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is? It's going to be 3 hours out, isn't it? The clock is 3 hours out. Precisely the discrepancy. Oh, look, he's trying to get nervous. Oh, he's coming apart at the seams. We've got him. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. But let me see what the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. Did you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. Damn, he's right. How am I going to prove this? It seems you lack critical evidence to support your claim. No, love. Give me a minute. Wait. This ends a cross-examination. No! Damn it. He's getting off with it, isn't he? Almost had him. Oh man, is my mate like Going down for murder even. Ah, oh, I'm getting saved by my boss. Chief. That's it. All of the Japanese games, the girls are very attractive. That just seems to be a thing that they do. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. It's over, Chief. It's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. That doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Why was the clock 3 hours slow? Why the hell was the clock 3 hours slow? Well, we have to say yes. Maybe I can prove it. No, wait, tell me why it was 3 hours slow, I don't know. Oh, I'm in trouble. There's evidence that the clock was 3 hours slow. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. Okay, he's shooting his shot here, but I've got no idea what his answer is. Why the clock was running slow? Why was the clock running slow? Oh, because the electricity was out. It's got to be our passport, isn't it? Is she still in Paris time, maybe? Uh-huh. And you're here in Paris, it's 9 hours. When it's 4 PM here, it's 1 AM the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. What a turnaround. What a turnaround, Phoenix. The victim hadn't reset her clocks, is returning home. We've got him. We've got him bang to rights. Or should I say, Mr. Did It. Still a bit tenuous in it, but oh, crap. We've killed the witness. Oops. This case is certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client. He was arrested and taken away. Well, that gets my guy off the hook then. We won! What do you think of this layout just now? Obviously the DS is a split screen, one up, one down. So I've made the top screen the big one here, and the bottom screen's little one, because the bottom one's very much just this click for most of the time. Yes, Your Honour. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defence so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. That's why we're Phoenix Wright. We're not called Phoenix Wrong, we're called Phoenix Wright. Finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts. Yes. I was going to say our guy got off with it, but that's not right because, you know, he didn't do it. But... And with that, the court's adjourned. Yeah, bitches. Number one lawyer here. It turned out that he was a common burglar posing as a newspaper salesman. And that day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home after he left, and he got caught breaking and entering. Why did he put himself forward as a witness then? Why be a witness? Just distance yourself from the murder, he would have got away with it. There was no reason for him to turn up in court that day. Idiot. Wish my boss looked like that. Thanks, Chief. I owe it to you all. You fought your own battles in there. It's like that victory music, it's stirring victory music. I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere. So what, you've been playing, Laddens? Are you still heavy into Doom Eternal at the moment. Have you been streaming? I don't think I've streamed. You're streaming much. I said that I've just been super busy with work, so I've not really had a chance to watch much Twitch for anybody just now. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must be feeling. What? Why is it? He's still mourning the loss of her, that's what it is. He's not. He needs to go for it. Why does he keep calling me Nick? My name's Phoenix. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry. She was basically a whore, Larry. Congratulations, Harry. Right, wait. Am I Harry? Or... why is everyone giving me different names? Harry Butts, innocent. Okay, so yeah, she's got his name wrong here. Nobody seems to keep a consistent name in this game. Oh no, now he's in love with my chief. Let's celebrate dinner, movie, my treat. Yeah, he's forgot about me. Here, take this. It's a present. Why would I want the murder weapon? Oh no, he's giving it to her. Ah, okay. You made it? That's pretty cool. But why did you give her the gift? I did the job. I still call me Nick. My name's Phoenix. They should just play me for a fool. They all do, man. They all do. They all do. We're all fools. Fools in love. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Oh god, what now? What the heck is she talking about? It's not going to be an autopsy report. It's got to be the statue, doesn't it? The fact that she kept it. Where'd you get that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she travelled. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, that's fair. That's true. That's a heavy clock to take travelling. Make of it what you will. She's dead, so we can't ask her. Hey Nick, I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. It's not like you had much choice, mate. You're flat broke. Ah, well. On to the next case. Onwards and upwards. I hope you see the importance of evidence. I'm a lawyer, it's kind of critical to it. Things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. We don't need to. Our job is to get the client off. Doesn't matter if they're guilty. In order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Moral message. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Don't stop believing. I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? How about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Speaking to Harry, the same part of why you became a lawyer was him. Why? You have to tell me more about it. Maybe over drinks. Does Phoenix get me his boss? Because that's a bad idea. And so my first trial came to a close. I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then. But that clock is soon going to be at the centre of another incident. And I promised to tell the chief about me and Larry. It would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. No, is his boss going to get more? Oh, I hope his boss doesn't get murdered. That would suck. That would suck. A brand new episode has been added. Why do I save this? Save state. Save state. Save. Yeah. Okay. Save state. Save the slot one. That'll do. Turnabout Sisters. Save cleared stage data up to this point. Yes. Should I start at any time during the game to save your data? Episode 2. Confirm. Turnabout Sisters. Bring. I'm clicking over here, that's not good any good. Hello, this is Maya. Maya? Mia. We've been lonely. She's been lonely. She's been great. She's finally getting used to having her own place. That is good to hear. Who is she? She's calling because I've got a favour to ask. Oh no, am I phoning her? You want me to hold evidence for it? Oh, sorry, what? I don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. Clock. Let's make a look at that statue of the thinker. Okay, so what's going on here? Ah, okay, so it's her sister. It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. I put some papers inside. Oh, okay. Some hidden papers. Mia's going to come by the office to pick up the clock and the sister's going to be dead. Oh no, that's going to be terrible. Burgers. I could go a burger. I love a good burger. We'll hit the usual joint. It's a deal. See, so please don't kill the boss. It said Mia, and she called her Maya. Conversation recorded, September 5th, 9:27 AM. Okay, so that's got to be a bit of evidence then. So this is going to be the sister turning up. Okay, so Mia's my boss. Is Maya the sister, or is it? Have I got the wrong way around? That must be the thinker. Okay, so someone was tapping her phone. Sorry, what? Oh, you're not cogniferous? My background? Cogniferous. Was it some sort of dinosaur? Cogniferosaur. I should have been more careful. My dear Miss Faye, I'm so very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. No! Who is this dude with the pink hair? Red, white, blue, what? Episode 2, Turnabout Sisters. September 5th, 9 PM. Okay, so this now is the sister turning up. Oh no, it's me. Uh oh, I'm late. That's strange. The chief must have gone home already. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia? Examine. Examine what? Examine the door? I smell blood, and that can't be good. I have to check and see if the chief's okay. What can I move? Move to the office. Okay, that's what we're after. That smell. Blood. That smell. That gasoline smell. Smells like victory. Someone's there. It's the sister. Chief. Chief. The chief's dead. This is the sister. Who are you? What happened there? Strange girl dropped out cold. The chief's lying underneath the window. They've got the same necklace. Her body's still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. No! Her body's cold. Chief! Well, we can't. Definitely don't want to move the body, so we're going to examine. What we're going to examine? We're going to examine the chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck in the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. I think her lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. Okay, so the more sort of stuff I can do here, I think the glass shards. Glass shards added to the court record. Okay, so there was a struggle. Piece of paper. Must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Well, let's examine it and see. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. Oh, sorry lads, you gotta go to bed before watching you get. Oh man, it's fun talking to you. Like, I know I'm not on the Discord much, but I need to hit you guys up because these are good people, and I'm glad things are going well for you and Joe. Thank you for popping in. Have an awesome night. Get some rest, and I hope I speak to you again soon. Yeah. Receipt added to the court record. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police. I'll find out what that girl was doing here. So that girl's her sister, clearly. I don't know, I feel like I should still be snooping a wee bit. You too. Take care, man. Take care. Examine the phone. No, don't call the police yet. A few of the screws in the receiver are missing. Someone was halfway through taking it apart. She's staring right at. Oh god, I'm gonna be accused of doing this, aren't I? Examine the book. Everything's written in the chief's alternate handwriting. It's a small office, but it made a good bit of money. With a note of her plan. Examining the chief's computer. All she used it for was her email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. What's that? A perfectly normal office desk. Spend big on stuff the client chooses, but keep your own stuff simple. Yeah, a good philosophy. And then the bin maybe? Oh, I just double clicked. I didn't know you could do that. What about this bit of paper here? Right, examine the phone. Why are the things loose? Well, the cops are going to turn up soon enough anyway. There's definitely something I need to find. Okay, so that's one big examination point here. No clues here. Okay, I need to stop double clicking. Ah! It's super sensitive to where you double click. I've already examined the thinker, haven't I? It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic it became the murder weapon. Again. That's not the same one, is it? It's painfully look, but I have to for Mia's sake. I think we've kind of got everything we can get here. Examine the window. The Gatewater Hotel. That's good to know. Oh god, double clicked again. think I've kind of got everything I'm going to get, don't I? Yeah, I think so. That's just the receipt, isn't it? Okay, better call the police. Well, I can't call the police because maybe I can go back to the other office and phone the police from there. And the girl's vanished. There she is. Yipes. Don't scare me like that. Who are you? So she's Maya. So it was Mia and Maya. Right, okay. Maybe I should show the receipt. Present the receipt. Before Mia died, she wrote this message on the back of this receipt. Because she wants you to have it. What is it? And here's the cops. The police. Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police! Oh, they look like a detective. I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay. Received a report from the building across the way. Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Yep. I'm going to get the blame for this anyway, aren't I? Okay. Okay. Nah, Maya didn't do it. Word Maya here mean anything to you? It's my name. I'm going to have to defend her. She wrote down the killer's name. No! Right, okay, I'm going to have to defend the sister. Case closed, you're coming down the precinct. Wow. Wow, he fairly jumped to conclusions there, didn't he? No wonder his name's Dick. Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. So, okay, so I have to go and talk to the sister. September 6th, 9:07. Visitor's room. She's not got a prison uniform or anything on. Good morning. So tired, that's kind of how my guy feels. Are you going to be my attorney? That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Of course I will. What for your sister? I mean, so it's sadder now. No one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when they found me in the office. You looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. Oh God, so the last one was all self-pity and claiming they'd done it, and now... Oh, what she heard? Oh, they were talking about me. Today was the first time in court. How'd that go? It was quite the scene. I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. He's a genius. One of those strike fear in the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. I know who to go to if I ever get in trouble. Well, I'm your man. Give him 3 more years. Crap. Wow. Well, you know what? I don't see other lawyers lining up to take your case here, so... I mean, if you want to stay in here, that's fine. Fuck you. Wow. I know. Right. Talk to her. Tell me about yourself. What's with that outfit? It's what all acolytes wear. An acolyte of what? It's nothing strange. Oh gosh, she's a Scientologist or something. A spirit medium. Pretty sure that qualifies as strange. You need to tell me about spirit mediums. That's right. They've always been very sensitive to the spirit world. The Fae family, so Mia was as well. She left the mountain. She had powers. I feel like we're learning something here. In training, can't you contact me with spirit? Nope. She's still training, of course. Of course we can't do that. That would be too easy. The day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? That morning, I got a call from her. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. A clock shaped like a thinker. Right, she said something about stashing papers inside it. Yeah, that would be handy. Your cell phone then, yeah? Let's hear it. That detective took my cell phone, that's okay. I can ask for that evidence. Okay. A note from Maya. Maya, yeah, that one's Maya. Something the matter. Her sister was just brutally murdered, and she found the body. This is the address of a famous lawyer my sister gave me a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. Yeah, I guess so. If that's what she wants. You know what else to turn to? Fuck you, lady. I'm sorry, but I mean, I'm the one that's turned up at prison for her. I don't see anything else here. The trial's tomorrow at 10 AM. Christ, I don't get much time. The state will pick an attorney. Oh, crud. Better hurry. Right, okay. You've not told me the rest of the day of the crime. Oh, no, it's all on his cell phone. Blah, 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 blah. That morning I got a call. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence. Yep. When did you arrive at the office? Right around 9. The lights were off. She could smell blood. And then I found her. Okay. Have I got anything to present her with her? Present the thinker. Poor sis, indeed. Better not ask her about that, okay. Broken glass. Did you break it? They said they thought those were pieces of a broken light stand. Okay. And the receipt. What about this receipt? Absolutely none. Do you trust me? I trust you. No, I don't think you did it. Well, in fact, I know you didn't do it. I mean, I've seen the cutscene, but that detective's an ass. Don't listen to him. Can I examine? That's an empty room. That seems a bit crap, but okay. Look at this guy. Hey, buddy. He's not moved an inch. Okay, well I can't examine her then. Grossberg Law Offices, that'll be the one that wants me to try and hire. Grossberg Law Offices. Didn't realise there was like a wee RPG element to this as well. It's a bit hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. guess I'll have to come back later. Okay, in that case move to my law office. The office is filled with police officers. Ah, okay, I wonder if I can search for that cop then. I know you from somewhere. Yep, No, I'm not that butts guy. Thanks, Larry. No, the butts guy was innocent. And you were Detective Gumshoe. Thick Gumshoe. His name's Dick. Now what is this game? This is Phoenix Wright. Have you never seen Phoenix Wright? It's there's a meme of it. It's like a I object anime style. So you're like a fresh start lawyer. Try to defend different people in cases. So you go around, interview people, collect some of the evidence, and then in the case you can put in objections against the witness testimony and things like this. How are you doing anyway? So yeah, playing Aladdin after Lion King. Aladdin's a brilliant game. If you've got business here, you better do it quick. Thinks I'm her lawyer. Well, the closest thing she's got to a lawyer. I need to talk to him about Mia. You want to know the results? That would be helpful. See the report, but that's all. Okay, let's look at the autopsy report. That's been added to the court record, so I can go into the court record here and see all my evidence. Time of death, 9 PM, blunt force trauma. Still don't know why she wrote a note with her sister's name on it, that just makes her look guilty. You're doing good, you're feeling burnt out in PUBG? Ah, so that's why you've been mixing up. Outriders, how's Outriders? Octopath, I don't know that one. Yeah, how's Outriders? I've got it downloaded, but I've not tried it yet. I've watched a wee stream or two of it, but by all accounts the servers are kind of up and down at the moment, as far as I'm seeing, so it might not be the time to try and jump in yet. So there's two sisters, there's Mia and Maya, and Mia was my boss who's just been murdered, and Maya's her sister who's accused of it, and I think I'm going to have to try and defend her. Because actually it shows you a wee cutscene before each murder, and you know who did it, but Phoenix doesn't know who did it. So he's got her cell phone. It's like he's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on it. I'm sure he's like a big dog. Tell me about Edgeworth. That's right, pal. You do know him, don't you? Of course I do. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain, he doesn't feel remorse. He absolutely will not stop. You play someone Wednesday night with your brothers, and it was really fun, a shooter with superpowers. So it's kind of like, from what I've seen, it wants you to be very, very aggressive. Like you heal up by doing damage, so you've got to constantly push. Octopath Travelers on Game Pass. It's an old style RPG in the vein of the earlier Final Fantasy games. Oh, check that out. But the Final Fantasy games were not something that I played a lot of. And I think it's probably because I was on Sega. So for the Master System I had Phantasy Star. And the first Phantasy Star on Master System was a brilliant RPG. You can barely sound human. Right, no. But at least I know who the prosecution is. That's fine. There are rumours of back alley deals and forged evidence. Oh god, am I up against somebody crooked? I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Okay, so go back and present him with the note for the cell phone. I want her cell phone so I can hear the call. Your first Final Fantasy game was 7 on the PS1 and 3 on iOS. Have I seen you talking about this on maybe on the Werewolves Discord or something? I'm sure I've seen folk talking about. Maybe it was in one of Games Guru's streams, because he's been playing Final Fantasy, hasn't he? not 7, 8. So the PS1, we bought Louise a PS1 the same year that we bought Janine a VHS. Guess which one of them lasted longest. So I never had a PS1 myself. I think we borrowed Louise's at one point, maybe or Uncle Martin's or something, to play Silent Hill and some Metal Gear Solid. And other than that, that was kind of my experience of the PS1. I remember getting it chipped. Must have been Louise's I got chipped, because I remember downloading games. It used to be, they were black bottomed CDs, weren't they? That you could copy them. And I remember going to the Barras to get the chip for it, because there was a port that opened. It must have been on the back left or back right, and it was almost like a little serial port or something. And you would, do you know what, where the door opened, there was like a plastic arm on the door that pressed into something when the door was closed, so it knew when the door was closed. So you put this spring around the arm and into the lever, so that even though the door was open, the spring kept the button in, so it still thought it was closed. And you'd boot up a normal game, throw the switch on the chip once it had booted past the kind of PlayStation logo, and then replace the disc, and then press the switch again, and it was like the bootloader had authenticated that it was a valid disc, but then it would just play your copy disc. Final Fantasy had 4 CDs, Jesus Christ. Your school friend did that spring. It couldn't have been that expensive either. I do remember going to the bar and getting a couple of games at a time. PlayStation 1, what year are you talking for PlayStation 1? I remember first seeing it in Edge magazine with Ridge Racer being listed, because we used to play Ridge Racer at the Laser Quest at the Tron Gate. So maybe talking 95, round about then. We bought it for Louise. We maybe talking about 98, round about then. So we must have bought it for Louise not long before the PS2 came out. Never had a PS2. Never had a PS3. And then I've got the 4 that you were playing Spider-Man on. Ah, cute cell phone. Do you think you could give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, tricky lawyer. I just don't want to hear it, that's all. Tell him straight. I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. 1994 the PlayStation came out. He jumped in the what was the smaller one called? Wasn't it PlayStation Lite? Wasn't the Mini? I'm going to look that up, hang on. I do remember the smaller version. It had like rounded corners rather than the harsh right angle corners. Oh, the smaller one was called a PS1, the ONE, and it was definitely a lot softer looking, and it was white rather than grey. That came out in July 2000. I love Wikipedia. I think they only stopped selling the PS2 recently, because it still had like huge markets in bits of Asia and stuff. Discontinued. Maybe it was a PS3. Discontinued 2012, 2013. God, it was released in 2000 and discontinued 2012. Like a 12-year lifespan. PS1 Slim. Nah, it's got, jump onto Wikipedia and look at PlayStation bracket console. The original model came out in 1994. The smaller redesigned one came out in 2000. Yeah, I must have had one at some point, otherwise I would not get it chipped. We must have borrowed Louise's or something. I don't remember buying one. I remember buying a Mega Drive around about the same time. I think I had like 5 Mega Drives over the course of the time. I always wanted the Mega CD. There was a Mega CD, which was so the Mega CD Mega Drive built into one, but it was a portable CD player, so it was really small. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I need the phone. It's not the numbers I need. It's a message. It's not. Didn't notice recorded conversation. Okay, so I've got our cell phone, that's good. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. Court record. Check. Ah, excellent. Right, so that was the recorded conversation. So the dead sister asked the live sister to come and collect this statue. Where is it? This statue. Which turns out it's murder weapon because she'd hidden papers inside it, which were evidence of another case, which seems to be what she's been killed over. So now we've got the court record explaining why the sister was there. Remember, we always wanted to go to a friend's house to play Golden Axe. Ah, Golden Axe was the best. Actually, there's a Master System game called Golden Axe Warrior, which was a complete rip-off of Zelda, but it was so good. Even now, it's still something I would play because I've never really properly played a Zelda until maybe last year, and I played a couple hours of whatever the SNES one was. Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. One more thing I wanted to mention. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. No influencing the witness. Well, no, I'm allowed to cross-examine the witness. That's fine, she might have seen something else. Witness? Miss April May. Can't tell you anything about her, except her name and the fact that she's living across the street. She's not going to go outside her room till the trial, so she's just still across the road. Yeah, this guy is the worst detective ever. Golden Axe was good. At the end of the day though, Golden Axe was basically Streets of Rage, wasn't it? Streets of Rage, but in a fantasy medieval setting. There was one somebody posted the other day, there's a girl, Louise LXX, something like whatever that thing they kind of prefix stuff with is, who is always streaming old Sega games, and she mentioned one the other day, Golden Axe Battler or something, which I think only came out in the Game Gear, which is one that I've been able to look at as well. Sega did have so many classics. There was a rumour that Microsoft, because Sega's a game studio now, it's not, you know, hardware anymore, there was a rumour that Microsoft were kind of sniffing about to buy them, to get them onto Game Pass, which I think would be amazing. Okay, what evidence can I present this guy with? I was wondering, do you know anything about this? This is like a point and click adventure. At this point you're kind of stabbing in the dark. Yeah, I'll hand you all the stuff just to see what you say. The glass shards, what about that? There was broken glass at the climb scene? Seems like a glass stand next to the victim fell over. Okay, well that didn't help. What about this? Let's present him the note. The one with the killer's name. So he's assuming it's the killer's name. Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if her handwriting or not. Okay, so there's no proof that Mia wrote it. That's important. We can't really examine the office. There's not much to examine, is there? There's a plant and an old movie poster. Let's examine the plant. Oh look, there's a plant. Who knows what the name of the plant is? The sky is blue and so am I. It's mentioned the hotel again. It definitely wants me to go to that hotel and talk to her. Where can I go? Go to the hotel and we'll talk to the witness. You loved Lemmings. Lemmings was amazing. That'd be amazing, but I'm sure there was some law in Japan that prevented Microsoft from buying them. Maybe they could just buy Sega of America, because they're two separate companies. Don't know. Possibly. You think the Japanese would be more protective of Nintendo, if anything? Lemmings though, Lemmings was great. I had Lemmings for the Spectrum, which kind of like now looked like crap. Like if the Lemmings walked in front in the background, you couldn't see them. We used to play it on the Acorn Archimedes at school, which was their equivalent to PCs at the time, basically. I don't know if you've ever seen an Acorn Archimedes. You might be too young for it. Because when I was leaving school and Janine was just coming up, we started replacing them. Like we, the 6 years, started replacing the Acorns with the PCs. But Des used to get an Acorn Archimedes and bring it home, and he had Lemmings for it. And anytime we would go over there, we'd sit and play Lemmings at his. And the Acorn Archimedes version of Lemmings is still the best one. Definitely the best one. I found out Syndicate came out for the Archimedes as well, which is very, very surprising. Definitely too young. Fuck off. I hate you. Oh, it's weird, some of the stuff I remember now. I went and found a BBC Micro emulator the other day, just because I remember the BBC Micro from school. Well, hello there. Last time she saw me, she was screaming at me like a murderer. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Even though somebody's been murdered, the music's incredibly cheerful. Definitely too young. So right then, what was the first one you had? You liked Goldmax, but you're saying you had to go to a friend's house, so I'm assuming you didn't have Mega Drive. You got the PlayStation, but that was when the PS1 Small, let's call it a Slim, the PS1 Slim came out. What did you have up until then? I started it in the ZX Spectrum, and then from there went Master System, Mega Drive, must have had a loan of a PlayStation at some point, switched to PC, missed out the PS2, missed out the Dreamcast and Saturn, never really had Nintendo, so missed out on the GameCube and the N64. The next console I bought would have been the original Xbox, and that wasn't until about a year and a bit after that came out. And then 360, Xbox One, and now the Series S. Your dad did the Sega and your mum did the SNES. Oh, you get the best of both worlds then. Mario Kart, Street Fighter 6 months early. This is also exciting. Somebody's been murdered, she's finding it very exciting. Do you know what, like, it's weird then, because there was definitely a rivalry between Sega and Nintendo. If you liked sports games, Sega was the way to go. Although I watched a thing the other day and it turned out that EA, Electronic Arts, used to be considered a plucky young upstart, and the Electronic Arts cartridges for the Mega Drive all looked different than the standard Sega ones. They were maybe 1.5 times taller than the Sega ones, and they had this weird yellow chip, not a chip, like a weird yellow a bit of plastic flourish basically on the side that at a glance would make it look like it was very much an EA cartridge, but it turned out what they'd done is they'd went to Nintendo to license for the SNES, and the restrictions were ridiculous. Like Nintendo were like, we might buy your game, and if we do, we get to market it and we get to decide how many of it gets not pressed for CDs, but how many cartridges get made and where we're selling them, and it was really, really restrictive. And they went to Sega, who were struggling a wee bit at the time compared to Nintendo, and said, right, okay, we want to work with you. And Sega tried to start hitting them with the same amount of stuff, and then somebody at Sega went, well, it's not like you're going to reverse engineer the Mega Drive, is it? So they bought some Mega Drives, put a couple of people in an enclosed room, and said to them, your job's to reverse engineer this. So like for 6 months these people sat in a room and just did everything they could to work backwards from the chip, and they did it. and it was coming up to one of the big expos, one of the big E3s, and EA put out a version of Madden, and Sega were freaking out about it, and were threatening lawyers, and we're talking about all sorts of stuff, but they hadn't done anything wrong, because you're kind of allowed to reverse engineer as long as you're not using any predefined secrets, you know, like if you can completely reverse engineer something to make something that's compatible with it, kind of allowed. It's a bit of a grey area, but it would be a difficult thing for them to sue on. And they ended up shaking hands, making a deal on it, and EA got these very, very favourable terms, which is what kind of launched EA into becoming the massive company that it is now. I cannot remember, it must be on YouTube somewhere. I definitely watched something on it, but it was really cool to see. And I think EA now are kind of, but they were a bit scummy for a couple of years. They seem to be getting better now, but they were definitely a bit scummy for a couple of years. And they're absolutely one of the biggest, you know, maybe Activision Blizzard's their only real competition at that kind of scale. I suppose Microsoft's starting to catch up with them with buying so many houses up now, but stupid chair. It was an interesting story. That's why Mega Drive kind of became known as a sports one, because EA was making so many of the sports sims and getting licenses for NHL, licenses for NBA, licenses for FIFA, and because they could produce their carts cheaper for the Mega Drive, they came out for Mega Drive. And then because they were selling so well, Nintendo gave them more favourable terms, and they ported stuff to the SNES. But then the SNES did Mario. I mean, Mario came out long before Sonic was a glint in MD's eye, so Sega didn't really have that brand character yet at that point. It wasn't until ages later that Sonic came out. Mario's been consistently good for Nintendo on every generation in Nintendo console. Mario has been a star. So, and it's funny because, like, even now you still kind of see, even with the Switch, Nintendo always seems to sit in third place, but they seem to be, they just have this different audience. Like, if you're a gamer, I know you shouldn't generalise, but if you're a gamer, it seems to be either Microsoft or PlayStation, and if you're a casual, you go more Nintendo. But the kids love Nintendo, and I think if you can hook them when they're younger, which is more likely to happen now because younger kids will have more access to consoles than we would have, then you'll kind of grow up thinking Nintendo's the one. Because like the kids love playing the Xbox, they love playing Minecraft Dungeons, but they really enjoy playing Sonic and Mario on the PC here. And I think if I was to show them more of the Mario games, they'll grow up being Nintendo. Nintendo are very arrogant and set in their ways, anti-consumer, but they make fun games. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I suppose they're very, very Japanese, so they make what they want to make. But it does work for them. It's, you know, I think they would have to give up too much of what they want to chase more of the market. And while it works for them, it would be a bit daft of them to do so. As a kid, you don't understand stuff behind the scenes. Oh god, no, you don't have a clue. All I remember is just being annoyed that Street Fighter 2 took something like 6 to 9 months longer to come out in the Mega Drive than it did in the SNES. And your SNES friends would be playing it and you'd be like, fucking hate you. SNES, the Saturn. That's what I said, never had the Saturn. There wasn't really known it that I could point at. The Saturn and the Dreamcast kind of get mixed together in my head. I'm not Sega of that era. Virtua Fighter, Virtua Racing's probably the only things of that era I could think of. Panzer Dragoon, maybe, I remember one of them. You jumped to N64, brilliant console, never had one, but there's some really, really good games on it. And then PlayStation. I find it interesting you went from a PS2 to a 360. And you've stuck on Xbox. One of the guys I work with, so he's mid-20s, early mid-20s, has always been a PlayStation and had the PS4, and then when the new generation came out, he switched to Xbox. So like Game Pass just makes it a no-brainer. Plus things like the PS5, what the hell's going on with the size of the PS5? Really, it does not need to be that big. 360 because your younger brother got one. Ah, okay. Well, I mean that's it. You get your friends, you get the people that you play with to get them, and you kind of go with your crowd, don't you? I think that's why Microsoft have got such trouble in Japan, because it's Sony and it's always been PlayStation. So you've got an uphill battle trying to get you and your friends to all switch to Xbox, and if your friends are all playing on PlayStation, you want to play with them. Because cross-platform is becoming more and more a thing, that's kind of less an issue, but there's a lot of brand loyalty for Sony in Japan. PS5's way too ugly, and it's, as much as people slagged off the Series X for being just a big grey box, I kind of like it, and the PS5's just, it's too big. I've got nowhere in the living room I could put that. That would need to sit behind the TV or something. We went PS4 but traded in for the Xbox One, personal preference. I mean, I like the PS4 though, so you had a play of it as well. I enjoyed it. I thought Spider-Man was brilliant on it. There was God of War looks great. I've got a bunch of stuff still to play on it, and I'll probably hook it up at some point. I need to move some stuff around here to make space for it, but I'll probably hook it back up at some point and try and stream some stuff off it or play some stuff off of it. It's not a bad console in any way, but I suppose for me, getting the original Xbox was because one of my friends bought the original Xbox, and they stuck with the 360, and they stuck all the way up now. And I'm glad I did, because Game Pass is awesome. Love Game Pass. You like the look of the X and minimalist and sleek? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Sony controllers don't agree with me. Controllers are a weird thing. Like, I've spent a fortune in the last couple of years trying to find just the perfect controller setup. Mostly for playing on PC, so like PUBG at one point on PC, I had a Nintendo Wii nunchuck for my left hand for my running and jumping and crouching and some stuff, and my mouse on my right hand for aiming, and it was kind of working, but you just don't have enough buttons. And then I bought a PlayStation 3 Move controller and the adapter for that, because that's got a thumbstick and a pile more buttons, which was great, but again, you have to take your thumb off the stick to press the buttons. So that didn't work 100% either, so I figured what I needed was a mouse with more buttons, so I bought a mouse with more buttons. So I've got a mouse that's got, basically it's got all your face buttons and a 4-button D-pad on the side, but it's essentially just 4 buttons, it's not like a stick or anything. What else did I try? The Wii U controller. So that looks like the Xbox controller, but both of the sticks are high up. Although it turned out it was a fake and it was crap. But both the sticks were high up, which felt really good playing, but then whenever you were going to hit A, B, X or Y, your muscle memory would push your thumb up the way instead of down the way, so that was hard. Although like digital triggers, which were good because there was barely any movement in them. You didn't have to mash them, you could just tap them. You've got the Elite controller, don't you? You went PS4 because Microsoft were forcing Kinect. A lot of people did that. It wasn't was it an E3 that released it at? I remember watching the thing for it, and it was very much what was that sticking in the drawer? Should we examine that? This sounds dangerous. It was very much, we want to be the centre of your living room, and the Kinect is integral to that, and we're going to try and get your NFL on it, and we're going to try and get this on it, and Sony came out and went, fuck it, we're a games console. You want to play games, come to us. And I think Microsoft lost out quite big in that round. The Kinect was actually a brilliant sensor. We got some third-party drivers for it hooked up to a PC at work, and we're controlling a big smart whiteboard using it, just moving your hands about. So the sensor was really, really good. It was just underutilised, out of time. If I'm playing the Xbox, I want to sit down on the couch, put my feet up, and not move. And the Kinect, and the Wii to a degree, and the Sony Move, and everything else makes you want to move. I've got the VR stuff for the PS4 up in the loft, and that's a pain in the arse to set up as well. And you're just like, nah. You just want to sit and veg, don't you? You're just like, I'm interested in getting one of these Razer controllers for the iPhone, like that you can then run Project iCloud stuff on. Although they're kind of holding off on iOS for that. Yeah, that E3 was a shambles. It really was. The fact that you had to have it, and then we ended up having to buy extra adapters for it to hook up to the PC and stuff. Always online was bad at that point because not everybody had decent broadband. That was a poor choice in some places. There's a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. Let's take a look. Oh, I think I just got in trouble for trying to raid her underwear drawer. No, certainly not. I never really want to know what's inside the drawer. Right, okay, examine the rest of the room. There's two people, she's obviously been drinking. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the law office building. And we can see inside the room. Okay. It would be difficult to recognise the face at this distance, so that's important. You're going to shoot now, Shard, and join in. Oh no, thanks for coming by, man. So, I love shooting the breeze with other people who have got like a gaming history. It's always fascinating to me how people get to where they're at. When are you on next? What's your plans for your next stream? You need to start collecting games. Yeah, that worked. You need to start collecting games. Things like the Epic Store. Every Thursday, Epic Store will give away a game. There's a bunch of them on Steam just now. There's God, what else? Obviously there's Game Pass, but you get your free game with gold that came out at the first of the month as well, and then there's some more through the month. Yeah, try and. Do you know what? I normally message all my friends. I might set up a WhatsApp group for free games. If you want me to add you in it. I might do that just for free games. Oh, and cdkeys.com has got micro machines just now for the PC for like 25 pence. It'll give you, you buy it and it'll give you a Steam key, and then you just go into Steam and redeem it. So I bought 4 of them today. And Limbo, do I play PUBG? Well, I play Outriders. Or what else? What else is good on Xbox now? Let me fire up the Xbox on here. The Xbox app. I'd say Warzone, but I don't love Warzone. I want to get a couple of wins at Warzone just so I can feel like I've done it and take off. Doom 64, great game. State of Decay 2 is on Game Pass, and that's really good. Dead by Daylight, if you want something interesting to play, I've seen a whole bunch of people playing that. That's actually alright. Football Manager, you can draw a football crowd on Twitch easy enough. Dishonored, Wolfenstein, a couple of Wolfensteins on there. Doom Eternal, if you fancy making your brain run out your ears. You do not enjoy Warzone. You're falling asleep, no worries. Take care, man, it's good talking to you. Oh, Crisis 3's on there. Halo, play through the original Halos, there you go. A Way Out. I started playing that, that's really good. A Way Out. But you need 2 people. But it's really good. It's definitely really good. Make most of your Xbox perks. What are the perks we've got just now? Sea of Thieves. And Apex Legends N7 weapon charm. Cool. I did claim it. Let's say get code. Oh, I think we just redeemed it. He's stuck on the screen for ages. I'm too busy chatting. I like chatting. Right, so that booze, that's definitely booze, not the window. Bottle and 2 glasses, so who was she here with? Someone must be staying with her. The flowers are fake, as expected. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else in the room that I can... I mean, really see what's in that drawer, but I don't think there's anything else I can take great issue with. So let's talk to her. What you witnessed. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observed incident. You sound like a lawyer in the movies. Like a man with a big vocabulary. Definitely encourage her. Get flirting, Phoenix man, get flirting. What do you see when it happened? Let me see. Do you want to know? You just have to come to the court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Could you just... Are you hitting him? I'm just doing my job. You're cute when you blush. Okay, so she's winding me up. What is it you do? Okay, so she's been a bit of a bitch. Is someone staying here with you? That's one of those famous detectives like on television. Okay, yeah, she's definitely been a bit of a bitch. What can I present her with? Yeah, okay, she's not actually interested in helping me at all. Okay. This is kind of a waste of time. Still want to see what she's got in that drawer that's wedged with a screwdriver. I need to get rid of her somehow so that I can go back to the other lawyer and see if he's into help. No, he's still out. Ah, there we go. Aha! So you're the one to say he's been looking for me. Yes, that's me! A badge on your collar. What do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Ah, you came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Actually, it's about Maya Fey. Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why did he say... Okay, he doesn't want to take the case. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Ah, okay, he's representing somebody else. Let's examine his office first. What's with this picture? Looks like Indiana Jones. What's that? Table for solid gold lighter? Holy crap, this guy's got tons of money. What's that on his desk? Solid mahogany desk. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. I don't trust this guy. May I ask why you refused? You see, it's just, I'm busy, you see. Maya trusted you. She knew your sister would be in good hands. Why? Why must they refuse? I think not. I said why? No lawyer will take this case. Why? They've all been intimidated, haven't they? What is going on? There's something going on here. It's my pride and joy. The colour of the sky, the hue of the sea, the wave of the straw hat. We're 3 million. It's not for sale. This guy's kind of pushy. She worked here a long time ago. Interesting. She left one day quite suddenly. She had a mission. Okay, so he's obviously on the take as well then, I think. What if I present the autopsy report, but no. I don't think he's for watching. Back to the detention centre, I guess. I think it's me or nobody. Did you find a lawyer? You won't take you straight with him. You won't take the case. I don't know why. What really happened? Yes, he refused to help. You didn't abandon them. Here, help me. I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Tell me about your mother. 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. You ruined her mother's life. Okay, she left the mountain. Okay, your mother's enemy. Who's your mother's enemy? Let's find out more about this. Who was the man who ruined the mother? Unusual murder. He asked the mother to... Wow, okay, so that's not going to be admissible in court. Put the wrong person away. Leaked it to the press. Okay. Yeah, that would have... That was his name. White. Somebody White. Why don't you let me do it? Defender? I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Can't abandon you. Oh, poor wee Phoenix. You've got to look out for the people on your side. Exactly, you maybe need somebody on your side. Let's fake this one and get you out of here. One last question. You are innocent, right? It's a deal. There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer. There has to be something in there. Yes, there does. Okay, present the cell phone. Put your cell phone back. Can I listen to my sister's voice? Oh, wow, I've just made her sad. That's... yeah, it's not good. I don't think she really wants to read the autopsy report for her sister. Nothing else to say to her. Looks like Detective Gumshoe's gone home. The police are still keeping themselves busy in the chief's office. No one has time to talk to me. Guess I'll head out. We need to go back. We need to see what's in this, girls. Good afternoon, sir. Ah, I beg your pardon. I'm the bellboy of this establishment. Just come out to deliver room service. Ah, she's in the loo. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be nosy. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? It seems that wherever you go, you're going to embarrass yourself. Maybe there's a message for her. Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Have you heard the name? She just said it. She just said it. Wait, was the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother? Right, examine that drawer. What's in there? Screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance. A wiretap? Oh, okay. There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. I'll get to this woman's bottom. No, wait. It's Friday, isn't it? I've not seen the Free Code Friday popping up today. No, Major Nelson's a bit busy. Trying to figure out what's going wrong with Outriders. It was a Sega Saturn for sale. Like people giving a shit about CRTs are bulky. Wow, okay, yeah, that's not a good look. Sorry, I'm just checking to see if Free Code Friday's been posted. But it doesn't look good. Oh, there we go. Read this and you could win a code for NBA 2K1. Honestly? I'm not that fast. Uh-oh, time to scram. Look forward to tangoing you with you tomorrow. In court! To be continued. Save, yes please. Although I think I can actually just go save state. September 7, 10 AM, District Court. Is it the same judge as before? Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Look at this guy's hair. The defence is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. The defendant was at the scene, yeah. That's true. Prosecution's got evidence she committed and a witness has ordered it. Okay. I see. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at scene, Detective Gumshoe. Ah, crap, he's an idiot. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir. Dick Gumshoe, detective in charge of homicides. Gum dick shoe. Very well, sir. He's drawing a floor map of the office. Body was found by the window. Okay, that looks right. Also, blood due to being struck by a blunt object. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body. That looks right. The court accepts the statue as evidence. Yep. It's a clock, by the way. Oh, we've got floor plans, but that's still okay. I'm good with that. Now, detective. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene. Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence that she did it. Hard evidence, okay. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Maya Fay's arrest. Okay, here we go. Witness testimony. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. The witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fay at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Maya just threw something at me. What's this? Press the witness on every detail. The witness slips up, says something wrong. Okay, press them on every detail. Let's do that. Something matter? No, nothing, Judge. Nothing. Let's cross-examine. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Hold it. Who did you say you got a call from? The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel right across from the crime scene. Right, please continue. There were two people there already. Detective Gumshoe, how long did you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene? 3 minutes? That's pretty fast. The two people you found in the scene were, yes sir. Defendant Miss Maya Fay and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm just arguing with everything now. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Leave my hair out of this. She's pretty unmistakable. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. No, you didn't. You spoke to me first. What's your reason? Made a witness account describing her. Haha. Hold on, just 1 second. If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it. Yeah, that's not true. You did say it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? Miss May isn't suspicious and she sure isn't pink, pal. That's enough! Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims? Pressing can have its advantages, yes. I've got one proof. Gah. I get the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honour, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honour. Let's go again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was very clearly written in blood. Lab tests showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How'd you like that? That's my hard evidence. Does it say that she killed her? No, it doesn't. I have a question for you, detective. That's a good point there. That's a good point there. Okay, let's cross-examine this motherfucker. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Hold it! And did you find any evidence? Getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. Found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Then who did write it, smart hands? Killer. Anyone can see that. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I just got objectioned. Just got objectioned. Motherfucker. Tell us what was written in that memo you found. And that the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Do you have proof it was Maya who wrote it? Sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. I'm just gonna press them and everything. There seems to be no downside to pressing them. Here they take the little bits in the blood. Hermogoblins. No expert on blood tests. That was quite clear. That sounds like maybe I got a point there. That was a mess. Where was I? There was blood found on the victim's finger. Which hand was the bloody finger, detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Oh! Won this case wide open. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Now we don't know that. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Happens in all the books and movies. Wow. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? Oh, got a message on Twitch. What's that telling me? Yay, achievement unleaked. No, that was 17 days ago. Ah, your gift sub has expired. Okay, so you find it a little odd the victim would write down a name, especially the name of her own sister. Objection. Stop right there. Boom, boom, boom. That's true. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. That doesn't mean she was a killer. Victim's objection. I want to object to that. She never. There's nothing that says that was the killer. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. I still think I can press him on that. Yeah, that's the same thing. Blah 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 blah. I'm losing. I'm losing here. I'm losing. Can I present something? Objection. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honour. Okay. Oh, I just got bitch slapped with the judge. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Okay, nothing. really get nothing. I've really got nothing. I'm a little bit screwed. There has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Right, I've contradicted that. There was blood in the victim's finger before she died. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Examined the scene with my own eyes, and did you find any evidence? I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. That could have come from the broken glass. Your Honour, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does. Objection overruled, and I've just lost another point. Crap. Very safe state here. I do not know where I am going wrong with this guy. Was found in the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. That's his whole testimony. There has to be a contradiction somewhere. Apartment was to receive the letters written in blood on the back. Okay, the murders in the office. It's the broken light. One there, so that looks right. Examined the scene with his own eyes. He found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. No. That's what it is. Before she died, the autopsy report says that she died instantly. That's it. You say the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? It's a lawyer trick. Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You've got it backwards, detective. The victim's the only person who absolutely could not have written it. Report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. You just got lawyered, motherfucker. She died immediately. No button your way at this one, detective. Yeah, defense is a point. Fucking right it does. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? Like I did forget. The day after the murder? Must have been the day after the murder. Yeah, because I was kept in that night, so it's the day after the murder. That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honour. A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate. That's convenient. This guy's a dick. Concealing evidence, you motherfucker. You're a sham, Edgeworth. I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a signed autopsy report? I'd like an answer to that. Say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Okay. Autopsy report updated in the court record. Let me see it. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion. God damn it. I hate this guy. I hate this guy. What's consumer call White's witness? Pure innocent kiddo saw the murder of the right. Right, we know that's bullshit. Let the witness Miss April may take the stand. She ain't innocent. Witness, your name please. Yeah. Order in the courtroom. Witness will refrain from wanton winking. This is no good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? In the hotel room? Checked in right after lunch. Directly across from the law offices. Yeah. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Okay, here we go. Witnesses account. It was 9 at night. I looked out the window. I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair, and then the woman dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. As she dodged to the side, you wouldn't have seen. The woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Fucking jiggle. It's a remarkably solid testimony. Your Honour, I get a chance to cross-examine. Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Faye's understudy, but you must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Dare you? You cross-examine the witness? Yes. She has to have some weakness. I'm going to guess it's carbs. Cross-examination. Okay, it was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. How do you know it was 9 at night? Huh? Why'd you look out the window? Expecting to see something? Sort of. I had a feeling. She's full of shit. Go for it. Press her. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night? Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? Order, Mr. Wright. You've been warned. Poor cattle. Looked out the window. What did you see next? Saw a woman with long hair. being attacked. The woman with long hair. That was Miss Mia Fey. Slender, pretty if that's your thing, and the person attacking her? The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How'd you see her for that distance? How'd you know she was the defendant? She had a girlish physique. I just know. Okay, that's... I question the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. Like last week's fish. I want to bet that. You saw nothing. Ah, controversy. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Okay, if you'd really witnessed my client, Mia Fey, you'd have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her, and I'm no expert in fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way in the night of the murder. We do. She was, Your Honour, I was there. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What'd you say to that, Miss May? Yeah. I saw what I saw. I just... The court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. Okay, she's full of shit. Oh, we're starting over. Okay. I did see everything. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statue clock. How would you know it's a clock? How would you know it's a clock? Please begin the cross-examination. I did see everything, I did. Okay. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. How would you know? Is that right as in your right, as you look from the hotel? Right, it was my right hand. I'm going to present this. Let's do a wee save state. Objection! Your Honour, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? Really? Dick. Oh, I've only got 2 accusations left. Victim who dodged the first attack and ran off to the right, and the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. That's what that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up in like in a bun. Hold it. A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? That clock. The previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wanted her to say, but this was a testimony in her own words. Time to press and squeeze the truth out of her. Figuratively, of course. So, you saw me then too? Of course. I'd remember that spiky hair anywhere. Fuck you. Personal attacks in the defence. Very well, continue. The victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Okay, so then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her and she hit her with that weapon. You saw it? Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. That clock, that statuary clock. Represent this. How would she know it's a clock? Revealing. Revealing. You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. There's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Miss May, can you explain how you knew this was a clock? Arp. The witness saw the murder with their own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defence is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. No, the defence is making good points. Questions are all I have, Your Honour. As you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. That was close, that was close. So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? Because I heard it. I heard it say the time. So, you've been in the law offices in Fadenco. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. You could easily have heard the clock. No. There's no way she could have heard the clock. It couldn't have rung, there was no batteries in it. It's inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just have a look as soon as you can. See anything interesting, Your Honour? This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Yeah, I'm lawyering this up in here. As you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. She doesn't like that I called her fat. Well, Miss May. Edgeworth, I fucking hate Edgeworth. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. And what's that one thing? The clock is empty, as you see. It can't run. However, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there's no contradiction. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honour. So when did she hear it? Phone call? Sorry, I'm calling it. Well, actually, it's something like to hold up again. Was it this time? The clock. Okay. Can I prove when the clockwork was removed? No, I don't think I can. Impossible, of course. I have proof. Once that you who told me proof is everything. Well, I was listening, and now I'll show you the proof. Oh. Is save state. The evidence that shows the clockwork was removed. The phone call? Take a look at this. It's a very cute cell phone, thank you. Hey, Scarlet Willow gives a host. Oh my god, that must be an auto host for my old account or something. And it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Found its cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Let's hear the conversation. It knows that, right, that tells it was out before the morning, so that's fine. Okay. Your Honour, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone, and this was a recording in the morning before the witness even arrived at our hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Isn't it? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I got so many. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defence have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes. The witness claims she had seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. The clock itself. It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever. A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, that's lit. That's fire. That's like... Miss May, I think it's time you went shopping for a better excuse. Wow! Excuses not on sale today? Oh man, he's bringing it. He's bringing it. He's fire. I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, she looks angry. That stupid clock doesn't matter. Wow, that took a turn. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, it's all back to normal. Silly me. Did I like lose it? Yeah, she is the devil. How did you know the weapon was a clock? Does the defence have an opinion on this behaviour? Yes, Your Honour. Well, let me explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you held it? You had heard about it? I would say heard about it. You had heard about it. Witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. That's correct, Your Honour. There's no other way she could have known to think it was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Have a look at this. Found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim Miss May's phone, were you not? Your Honour, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. This is outrageous! Does the defence claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Yes. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. The recorded phone call. Is this my cell phone? Because if we check, it's made to look a statue. It's a clock. Present defendant's cell phone. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. It's a clock. It's a motherfucking clock. What's it this time? It's a clock. Made to look like the statue of the thinker. Miss April May, use a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. This is ridiculous. Your Honour, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defence demands an answer. Oh, he's on her side now. Did you tap her phone? Shut up, all of you. I think it's safe to say she's an unreliable witness. Yes. I'll cry in the court, that's not going to cut it. Now to deal with the final blow. Should I ask why the wiretap? Why the wiretap? Because Wright told her to. Isn't typically tapping irrelevant? Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. It's true. Why were you tapping the phone? Do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder? Even though you tapped her phone. Let's see her pull that out. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You're probably thinking I'd like to see her pulled out. Damn, she's good. You're not the first man who's thought that. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. That's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Iced coffee. Iced coffee. Asked the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. I never said she was. Asked why. It's my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that's a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya commit murder. No. There's no way I can win unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Defence would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. Absolutely. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, do you agree to one condition on consent to calling this witness? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, you recognise Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. Therefore you must accept the verdict of guilty. That is my condition. What should I do? Let's accept the condition. Let's shoot for the moon. I've got nothing to lose. I don't. My pal's going to jail, but I've got nothing to lose. Fell right into my trap. There we go. Call the bellboy. It's going to be something to do with the ice, isn't it? It was something to do with the ice melting. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. Very good, sir. Witness testimony. She said it was 9 at night. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gateway Hotel in business. I believe I received a call after 8 from our guest. She asked for an iced coffee. We got her at 9 on the dot. Delivered iced coffee to our guest and me herself. Why 9 on the dot? The defence may bring again its cross-examination. Okay, so cross-examination. Let's pull them apart. You are the Black Tiger. That's a great game, that. Okay, so I'm the head bellboy at the Fine Gateway Hotel. Hold it! Are you? What do you do at the hotel? Anything required. Check in and guests, check out guests, clean rooms, make beds, living room service. Refrain from asking frivolous questions. We received a call after 8 in the evening. How do you know it was after 8? Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely. How can you be so certain? Checked her in personally, not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. Them? Wait. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot. 9 on the dot, you say? I found that detail several times. She was watching a programme on the TV and wished to drink after she finished. So she was establishing her an alibi. Precisely 9? 9 PM. No bellboy. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Should be so particular about the time, as I delivered iced coffee to a guest, Miss May herself. You're sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely. How come you're so very certain? We brought in the room service, sir. Favoured him with an embarrasser? An embrace? Ah. She gave him a kiss. Ah. I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanour, sir. Yeah, that's what I think too. That can't be it. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. No, wait. Protest. Of course I'm not going to give up. One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honour, I must object. The charade of justice has gone long enough. One question. Crap. Save state. Check in. Tell me about when you checked in, Miss May. First thought was that she was a beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. Excuse me. What exactly was a disappointment? Lover there. What did you say? Bellboy, tell us the truth. Did Miss May check in with another person? That was objectionable. The witness will answer the question. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? He's very stumpy with his hands, isn't he? I'm going to throw my hands down. I'll throw some hands. Twist! Oh! Twist! So you brought them room service. You didn't see that man in the room. Your Honour, we've just learned from another person involved who may have been the murderer. In this new light, I hope it's impossible to judge the defendant. You agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Smith's knee. Your Honour, as has been previously revealed, Miss Maple May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself is an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. But it's too late. After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. I seem to have an escapee. The rabbit's running wild. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defence's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Have I understood? That's all for today in the trial of my FA. Court is adjourned. Yay! Okay, so we've not quite saved our life yet, but Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was. That tournament was pretty cool. He was freaking. He's involved. I get to go home now? No, I think you're still. I don't think you've been proven innocent yet. But we started to win. Happened to Miss May after that anyway. They arrested her. Good. Anyway, this case is far from closed. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who? Maybe so. I'll find out by tomorrow, I promise. Okay. Let's get it. The rabbit's currently eating some cardboard. Now that I have it, I'm so sure most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there was only one part that got left on the record. What was it? What got left on the record? The victim dodged an attack and went to the right, which was caught and stuck. The one bit that was left in the record is contradictory to the map or something. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. To be continued. To be continued indeed. Let's save this stage up to the here. And just like that, I think I'll give it a wee save state as well. Save state. And we'll call it there. We'll call it there. Phoenix Wright. Ace Attorney. It's actually a pretty good attorney. This is good. You get a certain degree of messing about. I think if I'd put in too many objections with the evidence being wrong, I'd have lost. But as it was, we got away with it. Oh, we didn't get away with it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Pretty good game. enjoying that. Currently, my rabbit is loose and running about looking at Egypt in the hall, which is probably the noise you can hear in the background. It's not the brightest, but that will do this evening for me. As always, everyone, thank you for coming and hanging out. It's always a great time getting to chat with you guys. It's always fun. Talking about old games and stuff. I love it. I get a real kick out of doing that. Ace Attorney, quite enjoyed. Am I going to finish it? Maybe. I think I can get it on my phone, so I might pick up on that just to play on the go. I think I might have it from my phone. I'm going to go and check now. What am I looking over there for? This is my phone. My phone's running this camera. But for me, that'll do for tonight. Thank you as always. Love you guys. And I'm going to go to my outro. See ya. Hadouken!